away from Hell in a Cell, they really need to hit a home run with this show. And for the most part, they did. But we have been given a huge amount of hype for a pay-per-view, which is No Mercy, and they let us down badly. No Mercy wasn't even a joke. It was a fail. And this is the truth. No Mercy was a fail. So many people were angry about it. So when it comes to Hell in a Cell, they really need to make up for it. And I will say that most of the show really did that. First thing I'm going to talk about is Shinsuke Nakamura's interview and subsequent beatdown. What was that? Sticks and stones will break my bones. Are you serious? He went down that route? And the thing that gets me was that the crowd cheered for him for saying it. Look, that is a saying that's older than me. That is a saying that's probably over a century old. And there was a reason behind it, because people used to say stuff and they'd rather have sticks and stones be breaking their bones than actually being someone saying something against them, because back over 100 years ago, your reputation was even more substantial than it is today. Because they will kill you if you have a bad reputation. Unlike here, you'll be killed with your character. In other words, your history, your email, your YouTube, your Twitter, it could be dead. But there, they would literally kill you. So seeing this just, what? And then you have Jinder Mahal come out. Well, Singh Brothers come out. Okay, Jinder Mahal. You know what the problem was with this? It was the interview he had. It just did not resonate with me. I understand he's supposed to be a recluse. And I understand he's supposed to be a little different. But he could have said something more substantial, more interesting. Really. I mean, it could have been something more substantial than sticks and stones. Yes, it's an old saying that not many people would understand. But to be honest, it would have been better to say something that was more Japanese. I would have liked to hear him say something in Japanese and then translate it into English. And that would have felt more substantial to me personally. So later in the night, Jinder Mahal replays what he did to Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, I'm alright with that. That shows they're still trying to keep Jinder Mahal looking strong while they're trying to make Shinsuke Nakamura an underdog. Is it the thing you really want to see? No. But as a recluse, he would be an underdog anyway. So that's how I feel. Next thing I want to say, the Fashion Files will be at Hell in a Cell. Don't let it be a ring segment. Just be a backstage segment like it normally is. And please don't let them ruin it. Please, please, please. The Fashion Files with the Fashion Popo has been excellent. If they ruin it, I'm going to get angry. Now, the match of Charlotte and Becky versus Natalya and Carmela. You got 3 of 4 women who are champions in that ring. 3 or 4 women that have been champions in the last 2 years. It is bad to see the situation that on both Raw and Smackdown, they have so few women, and worse yet, they don't show every single woman at least more than once. They don't show them much. It hurts that division. It does. It hurts that division. You don't see Tamina. You don't see Lana. You're only just now been seeing Carmela. And the thing is, they need more women on that roster. They need to do more with these women. But since they don't write for these women, what is the point? And where was Naomi? Where is Naomi? Now, mind you, I'm saying this clearly. If she's gone to do a movie, if she's hurt, I fully understand. If she's hurt, she can't be there, that's fine. If she's doing a movie again, fine. I'm glad to see her. She's branching out, doing more than just wrestling. But if she's just sitting in the back doing absolutely nothing, that freaking angers me because it's a waste of my time. I want to see all the women, even the jobbers. I want to see Naomi, who's not a jobber. I want to see Tamina and Lana. And it really doesn't matter about who won. We know that it was Natalya, but it doesn't really matter. You're having the flair of Charlotte, who's only getting this spot because of her dad, versus Natalya, who essentially is getting this spot because, well, she's the most veteran they have there as a champion. She had a title many years ago, and now she's going to have another title, which she got another title, and that's why she's doing this for Hell in a Cell. That's the reason why I feel. Now, I could say it's Bret Hart, but honestly, it's not really the point there. Now, the Dolph Ziggler segment with Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode having a match. Oh, Mike Bennett knocked up. It's finally happened. Maria has gotten pregnant. Congratulations. You got your woman out of wrestling for a while, or possibly permanently, counting if she's going to go and become what she was going to school for, maybe a psychiatrist or psychologist. I think she was going to go for psychology. I'm not sure. But now this gives her a reason to go out, have a kid, forget about wrestling, and then go become a psychologist. If that's what she was doing, I don't know. But in the end, we saw a very quick match, and the mic got hammered. If no one doesn't know what Mike Hammer is, Google that show. It wasn't the best show, but it was a show back in the 80s. Had to go there. And did we get a good segment from Dolph Ziggler? Well, he comes out with a big, I don't know what they call that. It's not a bass drum. I don't remember what it's called. That's like a belly drum or something. And then he used these little cranking things. I forgot what they called. Noisemakers. It gets into the ring, talks all right, but the thing that I wish Bobby Roode had done was say, well, you say that this is all I got. Well, what about you in the Spirit Squad? And then he shows an image of him when he was in the Spirit Squad. I would have loved to see that. That would have made something special. That would have made something special and made Dolph mean something more, for the simple fact that he was an afterthought against DX. And now he's supposedly the best they got when he used to be that. Then you can compare the, Team Canada situation compared to the Spirit Squad. And from what I understand, Team Canada got a better push than the Spirit Squad did. But I don't know because I didn't watch Team Canada much. I mean, not at all. And then I didn't see almost nothing of the Spirit Squad because I was not able to watch it on Raw. And anyway, but it was okay. No fight. Back away. It's okay. Now, the Uso Penitentiary and the New Day. Here's the thing that pisses me off. It should be all three of them in that ring at Hell in a Cell. When Jimmy said that we're going to get to your asses inside the Hell in a Cell and we're going to lock your asses up, I'm going, why? Why couldn't they just put all three of them in there? Handicap match. It would have been better to see New Day with all three of them facing the Usos and then having something to do. It actually would make some sense. Because in the end, one of them can still get into the ring, into that cell, and mess everything up. It would be better to have them in there, and that would go with the story. But was the story good here? Yeah, it was. And the best thing, there was no fight. The Usos walked away. And now I know a lot of people say, oh, they copped out. They should have been a fight. No. Not every single time do you need these guys to fight. And I always felt, and I've said this before, if you want to have a feud with these two, where they both are very charismatic teams, both can talk very well, both can go very well in the ring, you don't let them touch too much. You don't let them fight too much. Let them talk. Let them have backstage segments. Let them have skits. And the problem here is that the WWE... Calm. That's why I botched. I got angry because they did exactly the opposite. They made them touch too much, no matter if it was singles. They made them fight too much, no matter if it was singles or as a team. They made them fight too much. They made them touch too much. They made them wrestle too much. And they didn't give them any skits in the back. And now the Usos and the New Day, as entertaining they still are, have been seen so much that the crowd, even though they cheered for them, wasn't as strong as it was before, and that's a waste. A waste of two great teams is such a stupid thing. Here's the thing that I don't understand. Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger. Now, it's not the match that I'm confused about. It's about why Ty Dillinger, unless they're doing this at the last minute, why Ty Dillinger is not going to be added to that match. Now, I'm not a big Ty Dillinger fan. But since they've been fighting one another on and off, one after the other, one trying to get a match and then the other one messing up, another getting in a match and then messing up, wouldn't it have been better to have a triple threat? There is a decent story there that Ty Dillinger has been screwed over by Baron Corbin a whole bunch of times. AJ Styles believes Baron Corbin is a bitch, can't get the job done. And then Baron Corbin wants to blame everybody. So he focuses his attention on both of these clowns and screws with them. That is a story. It may not be a great one, but at least it's something for the WWE and Road Dogg. If you know that I can't write anything for anybody, I probably will have Road Dogg in my face for that. But anyway, that's what I feel should have been done. Maybe they will still add it at the last minute. It's still possible, but I don't think so. And I believe it's a waste because there's a good possibility that Ty Dillinger may interject into the match. And then it'll feel like it's a waste of time that he wasn't added. Could be wrong though. Now, let's see. The Rusev segment, the Aiden English segment, the match, and the subsequent being over incredibly quickly. There was nothing there for Aiden English. He was just a fall guy. This was about Rusev and about Randy Orton. And to be honest, I don't want to see this. If this is the last match of Rusev, let's say that this is legally his last match in WWE and he'll be gone after that. Okay, I'll see this at Hell in a Cell. But if he's still going to be on the company, or still not on the company, in the company, and still be doing matches after this, then it was just a waste of freaking time to have him go against Randall Keith Orton. It's a joke. A joke with Rusev, and I hate it. I'm tired of it. That's just me. Okay, I gotta do this. Look, guys, I know you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say. And I understand the situation better than anyone. But I have to say what it is. The Susan G. Cohen must stop. Putting it in my shoulder. Look, I'm not against breast cancer awareness. I'm not against breast cancer research. My mother in 1994 died due to the fact of complications to breast cancer treatment. She died while taking chemotherapy, unfortunately. She went to a coma and she died. And I was there to see it. Going straight into a coma. So I know what it's like to see a breast cancer death. Literally. For me, I understand it. But if I'm going to be objective, and I'm being objective and fair here, I'm not against some I can't even say the word, being a philanthropist. If I'm pronouncing it right, I hope so. I understand why they're doing it. They want to look good, and they do have care for the community and people in general. But a little bit of what they like, a little bit of good press, it helps the company if the company's doing well. In this case, the company's not doing well. It's doing horrid. If they cannot fill half of their arenas that they basically get for their matches, for their show, for their company, they need to do something. And as much as they probably have made an agreement with Susan G. Cohen, they need to stop. If they do not stop, even though the people cheer their heads off, they're going to lose even more. And I'm going to make this very clear. I'm not against the Ultimate Warrior's wife. I'm not. But she's not good for that. Yeah, maybe she's a breast cancer survivor herself. And she could have been at the side of someone else doing it. Maybe you could have done... Well, I thought at first that was Summer Rae. And maybe it would have been better if it was Summer Rae because she wouldn't botch so much and be nervous and uncomfortable. Because this is not meant for a botchy woman to be giving these women special awards for them surviving. It should be about not her botching, but about them. And it was all about her botching her words and being uncomfortable and nervous and just looking terrible at it. And the worst thing, for me personally, you're doing an Ultimate Warrior type of deal. Why not make an Ultimate Warrior belt? Not a woman's belt. If she's saying, my husband, the Ultimate Warrior, would always say, have strength in you and never give in. If that is the way you're going, why not make some belts with the Ultimate Warrior's face paint on it? You could still have it in the women's colors, but why not have the freaking face paint on it? Why have the WWE on it? Why not put his face on it? But no, they use women's belts that's maybe about super cheap to get produced. And you give it to those women. You don't make it special. You shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Now, particularly that, no, I shouldn't be saying shouldn't be done in the first place. Look, I'm angry about this for the simple reason these women are being used. I understand why. They want people to see about breast cancer awareness and they're trying to make a profit on top of it. But let's be honest, the company is in dire straits. They can't even fill half of their arenas. Something is wrong with their product and they don't want to accept it. And one of those problems is that when they do Breast Cancer Awareness Month, they lose revenue. They lose people watching. Look, when this happened, and I've already seen it on Raw, when they did it with the Raw women and the Ultimate Warrior's wife was there, I had to go to the bathroom. So instead of me holding it like I had before, I left. Not because I hate the women, but I've seen this segment before. It's just a waste. I wish they would stop. Now, if I'm forgetting anything, I'm sorry. I don't think I am. The fight on the concourse. I think I might use that. The fight on the concourse of Shane McMahon and look. When I didn't see Kevin Owens, and then he came from the arena, from the outside of the arena, I thought, I guess they're gonna have a fight or something. And then I saw what time it was. I thought about 12 to 14 minutes before the end of the show. Oh, they're devoting a lot of time to this. And to be honest, it worked. This was one of the few segments on the show that actually worked very well. We don't usually see people going to the back in that respect. Not all the time. But in this case, after especially when Sami Zayn did his talk with Shane McMahon, trying to convince him that this is not your regular Kevin Owens. He snapped. He's not in control anymore. He is very dangerously calculating. He doesn't care. And Shane said, don't worry about it. You do you, I do me. He got his ass kicked. Now, unfortunately, my stream kicked out before I saw the final attack in the ring. And I already saw when he got powerbombed in the back. Well, in the concourse into the table. But I did not see the powerbomb when he was back in the ring. Unfortunately, I missed that because pretty much the stream kicked off. But it was still a good segment. Kevin Owens did pretty well. And I was alright with that going into Hell in a Cell. Was I entertained with this show? Mostly yes. And am I going to watch Hell in a Cell? Oh yes. In fact, I think I'm a little more interested in this show than I was in No Mercy. I'm not saying I wasn't interested in No Mercy. I was interested in seeing where they were going to go with all those matches. But here I think they may have it more manageable and they will not be stupid enough to do another bad booking show. Another bad booking pay-per-view. But this is just my point of view. And I hope you enjoyed the Zayn view. Please give me a comment below. And before I get this video finished, I just wish to say this. I am going to be releasing a video after this. And it will not be wrestling related. It is something I've been working on. I wanted to learn how to animate. So what you're about to see when I show it, I'll probably do a little video before it comes out, is an experiment to see if I actually can animate or not. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.